What's good, my
Yo,
guy?
my
What
man,
is
what's up,
up?
bro?
Man, hanging in
Long
there, bro.
time, long
Huh.
time.
Yeah.
Hey, so, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a rough couple days here for the boys at House Divided. We're gonna talk about it. My boy B Hills, his team is in a way better position than mine, though. So, we'll dive into both of our teams, the Lakers and the Celtics. We'll talk about the other two series as well, and we'll give our thoughts and views. So, we are the House Divided. My name is Corey Hilliard. The man next to me is Brandon Hill, aka B Hill. If you've been here before, you know what it is. If this is your first time, Mikasa Sukasa, B Hill, hit them with the house rules, baby.
Hey, guys, if y'all aren't already, hop down there, drop down, and hit that subscribe button. While you're at it, go ahead and tap that notification bell as well so you guys can be up to date on all our newest and latest content that we are going to be dropping for you guys. Also, if you like what you're seeing, you like what you're hearing, just go ahead and smash that thumbs up for us. Helps with the algorithm, gets us out there on those platforms where more people are going to be able to view our content. And last but not least, guys, we plead y'all every show. Hop down there in those comment boxes. We want to hear from you guys. Good, bad, right, wrong, indifferent. We don't care one way or another. We just want to hear from y'all. So, Corey, let's go ahead. Let's jump into it, man. We'll just go ahead and talk about your Celtics right off, man.
Oh, please, thank you.
Let's get this out the way.
Yeah, give me
Go
the
ahead.
mic real quick.
Go ahead.
Disgusted, absolutely
Go ahead.
disgusted by what I saw. I don't think it was for lack of effort. It was just that, no, you know what? It was for lack of effort. The Philadelphia Sixers looked more confident. They got what they wanted. Maxey, and the big man, the big MVP, Embiid, they controlled the game. You know, my boy Tatum started off slow again, but picked it up after the first quarter. Jaylen Brown really let me down. Missed a bunch of free throws. I can't even tell you how many threes the big boy Al Horford missed. Brogdon was off. It was just a shit show, man. Excuse my language, YouTube.
Yeah.
But good grief, dog.
Yeah.
It was just demoralizing to watch. It was sad to watch. We were getting booed late in the second quarter, early in the third quarter. We tried to come back. We cut it down to 11 at one point there in the fourth quarter, but they just raced back out. They had the juice and we didn't. They looked like the more confident team. And for us, we just didn't have any fight in us, and that's what absolutely killed me, bro. It broke my heart to watch that performance. Now, saying all of that, we were in this position last year. Eastern Conference semifinals against the Milwaukee Bucks, down 3-2 on the road in Milwaukee for a Game 6, and Jason Tatum put up a masterpiece of 46 points, got the series back to a Game 7 in Boston. I don't know if that's going to happen this year, B. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia's had the best record in the NBA after the All-Star break. They've been the best team record-wise. They have the MVP. They have a former MVP in James Harden, which, as you've seen in this series in games 1 and 4, can drop 40 at any point. And Tyrese Maxey, man, out of nowhere had his best game. So I'm praying, I'm hoping. What do you think?
And I mean, you're sitting there and you're looking at James Harden. He had 17 points. He had 10 assists and 8 rebounds. I mean, he only turned.
Though, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He was 4 for 8, 1 for 2 from the 3. But you have Joel Embiid out here just doing MVP things, dropping 33 on him. You know what I mean? Getting to the free throw line, 10 of 11 from the free throw line, so knocking those down. They shot 27 free throws. Y'all shot 34 free throws. Okay, so you look at that. Where's the 3-point discrepancy? Y'all are 12 to 12. See what I'm saying? Y'all turned the ball over more than they did.
How many turnovers did we have?
That's what it was. No, actually, it's 9 to 8. Where was it, Corey, that you guys lost this game? You watched it. Where did y'all lose it?
I think the early burst that they got in the second quarter is where we lost the game. They raced out to the big lead in the second quarter. And from that point on, we just traded baskets.
And they were really more efficient.
They were way more efficient. They were just more efficient, and they played better defense than we did. Just to be, just the God's honest truth, man. They played way better defense, and we just took way too long to get going. I mean, Tatum had 36 points. He was 11 to 13 from the free throw line, but he's shooting way too many threes. He hadn't been hot from 3 all postseason. He shot 3 of 11. let's get that down to 8 or 7. Let's not shoot 11 3-pointers.
Right.
Jaylen Brown's got to step up more. We got to run more sets for him. He only had 16 shots. Tatum had 27 shots. When we're at our best, that's a more even share of shooting between Tatum and Brown. Brown's got to be more vocal. The coaches, Mazzulla's got to look to get him the ball more, something. Jaylen Brown's got to be more of a threat. He's too good to have 24 points. When they both score 30, I think we have a really, really damn good record. And so that's what's killing us, man. Jaylen Brown and Tatum in the last 2 games, they just haven't been on the same accord scoring wise. So this is our season, man. This game 6 tomorrow night as we shoot this show. This is our season. If we don't win, we're out. So they got to come up with a masterpiece. They got to be on their A game. That's all I can say.
You know that, man. Joel Embiid and them boys, they're going to be on their A game. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, yeah, man. Look, we've owned the Sixers over the years. We've owned them. We've absolutely owned them. We owned them in the regular season. We beat them 3 out of 4 times. But when it counts, I think that there's nothing like a team that wants revenge, right? And that's trying to get over the hump against a rival. And they're showing it. They really want to beat us bad. They really want to beat us bad.
Joel Embiid's looking like the best player on the floor every game. That's the thing.
This is on one knee.
Yeah.
This is his 3rd straight 30-point game on one knee.
The dude's a freak. Dude's an absolute freak. All right. We good on that one?
Yeah, we good.
Man, let's hop in here. We can just talk about my Lakers. Let's just go ahead and get both our teams out the way, and then we'll hop into them other series. The Warriors and the Lakers, man, tonight, this one we're sitting at 3-2. My Lakers are up. However, Anthony Davis gets hit across the head with probably, about 7 or 8 minutes left?
Yeah, that's about
in the 4th quarter. So he goes out, and I'm thinking, man, what was that? Because it didn't really look like it was all that serious, but I think that they're saying he got carried off on a wheelchair, this and that. So they're TV, they're going to be dramatic and make everything more than what it is sometimes. Me as a Lakers fan, I'm fully anticipating that Anthony Davis is going to play in this next game in LA. I don't think he's going to miss it unless it's just medically impossible for him to play. He played good tonight whenever he was in there. This was just kind of one of those games, Corey. The Warriors couldn't lose this game. And the thing that makes me happy is we got that game 4 on our own court. You know what I'm saying? So we won that game to go up 3-1 to where we're in a position now to where it is 3-2 and we're going back to our house. You know what I'm saying? Now here's the thing though. We cannot lose game 6. We lose game 6 and this thing's going to flip upside down on its head. It just really is. Because tonight, Wiggins giving them 25 points. Curry gave them 27. Draymond Green had 20 points. If Draymond Green scores more than 15 points, I swear the Warriors are going to win every single game. That's a fact. That's just how I feel about it. You know what I mean? So it's like everything was kind of just falling their way tonight, and nothing was really going our way. LeBron James, an efficient 9 out of 17, so he was shooting good. He had 25 points. D'Angelo Russell got some stuff going late. Austin Reeves had a pretty good shooting night as well. He hit some big threes, everything else. It just, man, like Shannon Sharp says, this team's afraid of prosperity, man. They're just, they don't know how to just close the deal. You know what I mean? It would have been really, really big if we could have closed it out. Now, was I anticipating us to close it out? No, because at the beginning of this, I believe I said Lakers in 6.
You did.
So that's where I'm at. That's what's going to happen. We're going to close them out in the crypt come Friday night, and Warriors' little season will be over. They had a nice win tonight, though. Congrats to them.
Look, I expected nothing less. It's the defending champions. You don't become champions without having some kind of fight in you, right? And
Yeah.
so I think everybody kind of called this today on all the networks. A Warriors win. Y'all have a bit of a Gary Payton problem, man. The dude had the highest plus minus out of any Warrior with plus 25. He just does all the little stuff. He pokes
He does.
balls. He's not going to have an amazing stat line, but he has enough energy where he just affects the game, plays good defense, hustles up and down the court. You know what I mean? So Klay Thompson didn't give you nothing. He only had 10 points. Andrew Wiggins had a big game, 25 points. He was a problem, right? And then you're not going to expect Draymond Green to drop 20 points again, right? I mean, he's only done that twice since December of 2019. This is his second time doing it in the past 4 years. So I fully expect when y'all go back to the crib tomorrow night, what was it? Is it going to be Friday night?
Friday night.
I totally expect a different Lakers team. I know LeBron knows. I know Anthony Davis knows. I know the head coach knows, Darvin Ham. You don't want to go back to the Chase Center for a Game 7. They will treat this Game 6 like it's a Game 7, bro.
LeBron knows.
To win this game.
LeBron knows.
Yeah.
We all know. I mean, I fully anticipate that we're gonna win coming home. It's gonna be a whole different environment, a whole different feel, and I mean, I don't know what it is, man. It's the same thing that they did in the first round. You know what I'm saying? Against the Grizzlies, they lost that game 5 where they could have closed it out in 5, but they didn't. So
you're trying to close out a champion and a defending champion.
This is a whole different animal.
Yeah.
No, it's a whole different animal,
bro.
Yeah, that man Steph Curry, they just start draining threes on us. It can get ugly in a hurry. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. That's just where it's at. It's all depending on where Anthony Davis is health-wise. Because I just don't know right now. I mean, I'm just fully anticipating that Anthony Davis is going to play the next game unless it's just medically impossible. So,
the NBA has protocols on concussions. It's not as bad as the NFL's protocols. So, I think that if he can be able to stand upright and can pass one test, that he'll be good to go.
I mean, come on, let's be real. It's the playoffs. It's Anthony Davis. They're going to have him out there.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis will play. If he doesn't, I'm seriously questioning him as a Laker. That's just all I'm going to say. It's just where I'm at with it. So,
all right.
Other than that, man, let's hop in there to this other series over there in the Western Conference. You got the Nuggets and the Suns. The Nuggets last night kind of took firm control, won on their home court. This is why home court advantage is important, Corey. Mm-hmm. Both teams have won their games at home. So what do we always say? A series never begins until another team beats the other team on the road. Yeah. So, hasn't happened in this series. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant were absolutely balling in the game before. The 2 games before, actually, in Phoenix, they both balled out. So, game 5, you know what I mean, over there back in Denver, things just got right back to business. Jokic, 29 points, 12 assists, 13 rebounds, just has a triple-double. You know what I mean? That dude is an absolute freak of nature. And he makes it look so effortless and so easy. It's like he's just out there like, these guys can't mess with me type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just the feel that I get. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope just being kind of feisty, being tough with Devin Booker. He's big for them. Michael Porter Jr., it seemed like he couldn't miss anything from three-point line. He was absolutely draining them things. So, Bruce Brown, I was just about to say that as well, with Bruce Brown getting up in their huddle and Kevin Durant, you know what I mean? Yeah. All that stuff, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
What's your take on this series?
Man, look, I think the Nuggets closed this thing out in 6. The game was interesting to me the other night because the Suns kind of hung around. And then that third quarter, bro, the wheels just kind of fell off of them. You know what I mean? Porter got hot. Jokic does Jokic things. But Bruce Brown, to me, was an X factor coming off the bench. And that's what the Suns don't have. They don't have any kind of bench scoring like that.
No.
That you know what I mean? And Devin Booker finally slowed down because that man was on a crazy pace with all these 40-point games, and he's just finally slowed down. So I look forward. I honestly think the Nuggets close this thing out in Phoenix. I think I don't think the Suns have enough to really compete. I think the Nuggets are smelling blood. I think they want to get this thing wrapped up. And I think they do it in 6, bro.
Okay. Okay. I like that prediction. I would. I mean, I can't say I don't agree with you though. You know what I mean? I do. Because you just look at this series, it's like Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and then it's like who else do they
Who
have?
else? Where you get
DeAndre
the
Ayton, he's too inconsistent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know, man. I don't know, and I'd argue that they're better without Chris Paul. Chris Paul actually is like he's not really good with this team. Call me crazy,
He's
but
older.
that's just
He's
how I
not. He don't
feel.
have the energy. You know what I mean? They really need a true point guard. So
I
you
just
know,
it's gonna be hilarious because Kevin Durant's been trying to chase rings ever since he left Golden State to try and prove to everybody that he can be that dude.
God, yeah,
And he never can do it, man. He
yeah.
just can't do it. You know what I mean? They had that
Should've stayed
three
where
in
he was.
Brooklyn. Yeah, they had that three in Brooklyn that thought, you know what I mean, that thought that was the best. No, it wasn't.
No,
So, I don't know, man. We'll see. It's going to be interesting on that one, though. So, anything else on that one before we move on to this last series?
nope.
Man, the Knicks and the Heat. Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler had a little off game today. That series right now is sitting at 3-2. The Knicks fought off elimination today. They had a big game from R.J. Barrett. Julius Randle played well as well. And Jalen Brunson just did Jalen Brunson things. He played the whole entire game today, Corey.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying? So it was one of those things. And after the game, he was just like, whatever it takes to win the game.
yeah.
Do you see this game coming back to New York, or do you think it's going to get closed out in 6 in Miami, Corey?
I think it's gonna get closed out in 6. I want it to go back to New York. I look at the game today, man. Like Miami jumped out to an early 10-point lead, and then it got competitive there in the middle round, the middle part of the game. New York got up by 10, and then Miami just started coming back at the end. I think New York's very fortunate that they won this game because it was in the balance late. And that's with Jimmy Butler being off. Bam only gave you 18. Max Strus gave you 14. Duncan had 17 off the bench. Caleb Martin had 11. I mean, if you get anything out of Gabe Vincent and Kevin Love, I mean, they win this game, and they're going to shoot better in Miami. And then Brunson had the game of his life. RJ, I don't see him dropping another 26-point game. I mean, Julius Randle, who struggled all series, had 24 points. I think he comes back down to earth a little bit in Miami. It's going to take a Super Saiyan effort from those three guys to duplicate what they did this game, but they're going to have to do more in Miami to push this thing back to 7. I just don't see it.
They took
Miami's more seasoned.
They took advantage of a Jimmy Butler off night.
Yep.
They took advantage of it, and kudos to them. I mean, but look, it took a Jalen Brunson playing every 48 minutes and 38 points. It took a Julius Randle scoring 24 and R.J. Barrett scoring 26. I'm not putting my money down that's going to happen again. Corey, they literally had 8 bench points. 8.
Yeah. They're going to be tired because out of the 4 guys that played off the bench, Hartenstein played 22, Toppin played 12. McBride only played 1 minute. Hart played 9. I don't know what happened to Josh Hart. Did he get hurt?
Shoot, I couldn't tell you. Maybe he was just off. I'd have to look at that one.
Yeah, I
Let
think
me
he
see
went down
here.
with some kind of injury or something, man. Because usually he plays more minutes than that.
Did he? Well, let's look here. It doesn't say anything about it.
So maybe he just got benched.
I don't know.
He's notorious for that, bro. You can get in his doghouse quick. The coach for the Knicks.
Who knows what happened? Who knows?
Yeah, I like the Heat in Game 6.
I do too. So I got the Heat closing that one out. So it's gonna be the Heat and the
Lakers closing out. Heat, Lakers, and Nuggets closing out. Hopefully, my Celtics get a win on the road. But it's very possible, B, that all of these series get closed out in 6. You know what I mean?
It's very possible all these series could go 7 too.
7-2. It's a crapshoot, man.
You know what I mean? It's like it's wild, and I would expect nothing less, especially over there in the Western Conference, how jumbled up that it was. You know what I mean? I would expect nothing less than this. But there was something that I had watched on First Take, and then we'll hop off here. I just wanted to kind of mention this. They were talking about like the fact of reseeding in the second round and on forward. So basically, like you've got 1 through 8, right? Let's say this year you had the 8 seed in the East win, and then you had the 7 and the 6 seed win, and then the 1 versus the 4. As opposed to Denver playing against Phoenix, they would play against the Lakers.
Right.
So you would have Denver against the lowest seed since they were the highest seed, and then you would have Phoenix
Boston
and Golden
Miami.
State. You see what I'm saying?
Boston
So,
will be
like,
playing Miami right now.
Exactly.
Playing the 76ers.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm down with that. That's
Exactly.
how the NFL does it. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
seed after each round. So
That's what I'm saying. The only ones that don't do it is the NBA and the NHL. They're the only ones that don't have that stuff figured out. They just think that I just think that it would give more reason to the regular season, and it would make them kind of care about that 1 seed a little bit more, as opposed to, you know what I mean, you could kind of play yourself into here or there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Because not a lot of people, you know. I mean, the 1 seed's only beat the 8 like 3 or 4 times. You know what I mean? That typically doesn't happen.
No, I hear you.
A 7 seed typically doesn't beat a 2 as well. It's just one of those years.
I hear
To
you.
be quite honest, man, like out of all the remaining teams, I saw this too today. The Boston Celtics had the best regular season record. And, you know, by all accounts, we can be out. You know.
It's
next.
not going to matter.
Like, the Milwaukee Bucks had the best record. They were out first round.
Regular
We can be out
season.
tomorrow night. So.
Regular season don't matter come this time. Don't mean a thing.
Yep.
It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that ring. You gotta get them rings.
Yeah, man.
So
we got a lot tomorrow night, man. Got game 6 in Philly. Got game 6 in Denver. I'm gonna be locked into both of those, obviously, with my Celtics and this. If the Nuggets can close this thing out.
man, it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be locked in too, and then Friday night I'm gonna be really, really locked in and really focused. I'm interested to see if Anthony Davis plays. I'm gonna hop off of here and go watch some interviews and kind of get as much information as I can on him. I'm hoping for the best. But other than that, man, you got anything else you want to talk about?
Nah, man, go Celtics. That's all I got. Close us out.
Hey, man, go Lakers. Y'all already know what time it is. Hey, if you guys are still here with us and you're not a part of the House Divided family,